Hi, I'll be graduating this semester with a bachelor's in graphic design, and I love design, but I'm getting tired of these professionals abusing stereotypes in a sexual or vulgar way just to get their message across when it's completely unnecessary to do so. Um, I'm here to teach you how to interpret design for yourself, be able to catch all the signs, be able to read it without getting past the design aspect and actually being able to tell what they are trying to sell. You're surrounded by logos, ads, billboards, broadcasts every single day, and eventually it's going to catch up to you, and you're going to be affected by what they're actually trying to portray. I'll show you examples of my research and ads, and target the unconscious mind, the conscious mind, and how colors can affect these decisions in design. First, I'm going to start with colors. When you picture these two colors together, you undoubtedly have already thought about something that reminds you of it. For me specifically, McDonald's. But that's why I chose it specifically. This is a type of ad that is just almost purely based on color. The blue surrounding this baby carriage right here in the middle is supposed to be like a calming effect, almost sophisticated, which makes you feel comfortable, which lures you into this very lime green color that will kind of make you feel excited. You look inside and you realize, I don't need a baby carriage, I don't want a baby, so maybe I'll use the Durex Schroeder brand. But an example of good design color is this Baby Carrots campaign. They basically design their packaging to kind of look like how Cheetos or Doritos are marketing their chips. And you can see that like they have the lime green. It makes people excited. It's enthusiasm. And it basically tricks the people into thinking that they're selling a product that is currently unavailable. I mean, honestly, they're just carrots, but they're fun carrots. And I think that's a good way to trick people, is to eat healthier. Going into the subconscious, still on color, they have mentioned or done research and found out that the word mom is spelled out in the old Wendy's logo, currently a different logo now. And basically what they were trying to say behind this is that everyone actually prefers their mother's cooking over, let's say, a husband's wife's cooking. And this is supposed to say that, like, Wendy's cooking is like your mother's cooking. Coca-Cola has ridiculous amounts of ways that they have subliminal messaging in any of their ads. There is this one that I have here is that there's a woman made of ice up on top of a Coke can, and she's basically just laying up on top of the Coke can. There's many other ones. There's ice cubes, which depict a woman performing oral sex, and ultimately the Coke bottle is supposed to be shaped in the shape of a woman, hence the curvy bottle. Maybe not so much anymore. This one right here, it shows a man and a woman dancing, but it is also a figure ground effect where you can see that, or you can see a woman's naked torso, and that's either bad design or a bad designer in my mind. And there's also other examples. I mean, they're not all just completely horrific, but you can see like the fingers in the hair. This is supposed to be for a hairdresser, but it's kind of humorous. I mean, children wouldn't understand it, but I think that it's actually pretty playful and kind of harmless because it doesn't show any organs or doesn't say sex in the background behind the threshold of light. But sex sells, and I think designers are taking this too far. It's getting to the point where it doesn't even mean anything. I mean, you just take a man and a woman's shirt off, and apparently they can sell anything. And there's no talent in that. When you're a designer, you've given up all possibilities, such as Burger King. Fellatio should not be related with Burger King. It's fast food. It's not sexy. It just doesn't make sense. And especially to the extreme, we have 4 men surrounding a woman, all of them staring at her and her staring away. None of them look like they're having fun, and I'm not sure what this is supposed to sell, but basically it looks like gang rape. But ultimately, with all the bad, there's extreme good. Dove has released a campaign where it's basically comparing Victoria's Secret with Dove women. Victoria's Secret, compared to the Dove women, they look sickly. They look like, none of them look like they're smiling. It's all almost like they want something to eat. The Dove women look very healthy, and they actually do look pretty sexy in their attire. They're comfortable in their bodies, and I think this is going to be a very relatable thing for most people, and I think that you will all catch on to this. Like, you can actually see these girls are happy, they're not, they're hungry. And as well as without using sex for a good design. This man burying his face in a book, the book's cover is basically supposed to be a mask for himself. He's buried in this book, he's enjoying it really well, and that's an idea of great design. And so when you're looking at these designs, you want to keep in mind of body movements. Are they leaning forward? What are they doing for this ad? What are they selling? Does it relate to what they're selling in the design? Basically, it all comes down to whether or not you are buying a product just for the product, or you're buying the product for the design. If the design relates, if you really like the design and you like the product, that's great. But if it has nothing to do with what you're selling, and it's super high priced, and maybe you don't even need it, think twice about it. Wrapping up, I just want to remind you that you are being targeted for products and services, whether you see it or not, unconsciously or consciously. Hopefully you understand you're being targeted. Now you have some knowledge in the subject. See if you can find an ad that seems inappropriate or appropriate in the general population. See if you can point these things out. Maybe not. It differs from person to person. Like I said, I'm a graphic designer, but this is seriously getting annoying about how many designers are following unnecessary trends.